Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Vic Bowl 32, moments away. My name's Jamie Stafford, back in the commentary box, probably against most of your wishes, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. We've had Daniel Noonan as my broadcast colleague today, and we've also got James Arthur, him of SEN NFL podcast fame, also going to be chipping in with some commentary for us today. James, good evening. How you doing?
Very well. Very excited for this game. It's going to be a malicious one, I think.
Malicious, because it's a cool word. I like that.
It's a great word.
It's a nice word.
Yeah, there was some heat. I think two players ejected last time they played. This game's it's going to be tough. It's going to be good to watch.
Well, I think we've, as much as it burns us and obviously Noon sitting next to us to say it, we've got the two best teams in Division 1 fighting out for the Big Bowl this season tonight. It should be an extraordinary game. I'm just looking to see what the best of GB has to offer tonight.
Yeah, very interesting. Now, there's a bit of a delay in the start of the game, I believe.
Yeah, there was. Obviously, the Division 2 championship game got off to a bit of a late start, but all's well that ends well, as they say, James.
As long as football's played, that's all that matters.
That's it. Football's the
Crusaders, you're the visiting team. You're going to call the toss. That is the head. That is the tail. What is your call?
Tail is the call.
It is a tail. You've won the toss. You take the ball. Which end will you kick from? Swing around with the backs. Goals you're defending. Crusaders win the toss and will receive. Shake hands, boys. Bring your units out. Have a good game.
It's already getting a bit loud out there. The Western Crusaders have won the toss. They've elected to receive. They'll be returning the ball from, well, the right-hand side of your screen if you're watching this on the game film like we are, but live it could be right or left. I don't really know where you're sitting.
And I remember the last time these guys played the Crusaders in a finals appearance, the Crusaders jumped out to a good lead and the Warriors crawled it back in the last couple of minutes of the game. So let's see if the Warriors can start really stout on defense. They won't want to give the Crew any head start because when they're up and about, they're very hard to stop.
The Crew are very much a momentum team. If they get up early, if they get the confidence up, they start running around. They're a very hard team to stop, full of great athletes. Again, we spoke earlier, Daniel Noonan and I, about their team speed on defense. If the defense gets on top, gets the ball to the offense, guys like Tyson Garnham, Samuel Delay, David Owanzi, great running backs that they have on their offensive side of the ball. They're hard to stop when they're up.
And their pass rush is outstanding. So when they get a lead and you're forced to pass against them, it's when a guy like Nala can get going. And I can tell you from personal experiences, he's a tough guy to block. He's incredibly tough.
Yes, indeed. The Warriors, on the other hand, obviously their strength is in the run game. Excellent offensive line, excellent running back in Luke Jackson, Australian representative, and we're away. Vic Bowl 32 is off and running.
Oh, good tackle. It's a tough tackle on a good ball carrier there in Garnham.
Garnham on the return. Only number 29 on the tackle, Richard Truong. Got that wrong?
It was 16 on the tackle,
16
Jane.
on the tackle, I apologise. It's been a long day, Houston Nomoa.
It was a very nice tackle. Let's see, what do you reckon the first play is going to be? Some sort of jet sweep?
Well, they line up in the wishbone, they line up in the shotgun. The Crusaders, again, I've said this before, it's not super complicated, their offense, but it's extremely effective and very well run.
And there's big 99 Nala in, plays a bit of tight end as well. Very good blocker, and actually quite a handy receiver when he's left open. So let's see what happens here.
Edmunds run to centre, hands off, run off tackle. Looks to get to the outside. I think that was Garnham on the carry.
Pretty good play there by the Warriors. I thought he was going to get the edge, but they've forced him back inside. A nice play.
So we've got a second and probably about 7. Edward Ebinger got married yesterday. Fronting up with the Vic Bowl today, quarterback for the Western Crusaders.
Did he?
Big weekend.
It's a big deal.
The onesie in the backfield, single back. 2 receivers to the left, tight end to the right. There's the reverse we were talking about. Got to the outside, number 15.
Oh, he's got the edge.
He's got the edge. Breaks a tackle, gets to the sideline. First down, Western Crusaders. Number 15, DJ Battistella Jr.
They love that reverse play, and they block it so well that the beauty of it is that their backside guard and tackle, they don't wait and muck around with D linemen. They just start running, and they love hitting the D-backs. It's very effective. I think it's hurt us a few times during the season.
Well, the backside of the line, they trust the timing of the play. They know
Exactly.
that the quarterback's going to be in the right spot. They know the reverse play is going to be in the right spot, so they can take off with confidence and get blocks downfield.
And when those guys are running, they do some damage.
Another first down. Crusaders looking good on the opening drive. Evanger under center. Choir in motion. Garnham up the middle again. Breaks the tackle, gets to the outside. Tackled out of bounds. Probably looking at about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
He's a tough runner. He gets 2 or 3 yards every time someone hits him. It's fantastic work.
Extremely strong for his size.
Yeah, very powerful from the legs.
Looking at about a 2nd and 6.
Interesting, they've got number 40 Sanchez in there at fullback. He's normally the linebacker, but we know what sort of damage he can do as a fullback. Pretty good move bringing him in for blocking because he's very effective.
It's not something that they use a lot of, but it's an option that they have. And, if you have that flexibility on offense, it serves you well. Misdirection play to Garnham in the backfield.
No
nice
way.
tackle. Number 16 again, Houston Nuama.
Oh, there's a bit of something after the play.
Look at this in the replay. It's your standard counter, misdirection, depending on where
Good
you go up.
penetration from 94.
Yeah.
It's a great play. He sets that up. Terrific work. Ex-minor, I believe, 94. Terrific penetration.
Yes, Brian Afoa. Started his career at the Berwick Miners. Like Daniel Noonan and I were saying in the first game, interior penetration is the key to winning a football game. If you can get that as a defense, it goes a long way.
Especially in misdirection.
Play action pass, going deep. And
Touchdown.
that's a touchdown.
That's a nice throw.
Fantastic start by the Western Crusaders.
And this is what they do. They hit you with that running game, and
Play
then
action pass over the top.
they force you to play one-on-one against good receivers, and they punish you like that. Fantastic play.
Battistella Jr. huge on that drive, got the big yards with the reverse, and now scores on a touchdown down the field. Again, when you have such a balanced offense that the Western Crusaders have, they can run the ball, they can get yards in the reverse game, the misdirection game, they can also throw downfield when they need to. It's very, very hard for a defense to stop, especially when you get play calling like that in the first drive.
Yeah, it's a huge first touchdown. It just sets momentum, as you said earlier. When they get some momentum, they are very difficult to stop.
That's a blocked
extra points
point.
blocked. Okay, so it'll be 6-0 after looked like a bad snap on the extra point, a bit low.
Yeah, it didn't get to the holder on the full well. Looks the things. We look at the replay here.
Maybe just a good rush.
Yeah.
Number 94 again, he's here to play.
Yep. 29 was in there again, Truong, who I incorrectly credited with a tackle before.
We'll get used to that, Jamie.
That's all right, at me. Saved all my mistakes for the big game.
Now, I missed the Div 2 matchup. How'd that go? Was it a good game?
Well, the Silverbacks, basically, they flexed their muscle. They were the dominant team in Division 2 all year. They came out in that sort of vein. The Raiders, to their credit, though, they were game.
They fought?
Early on in the game, they fought. Their defense was actually quite good despite the scoreline. Probably a closer game, a closer contest than the scoreline would indicate. 41-8 victory for the Pakenham Silverbacks.
Okay.
Back-to-back Division 2 championships.
And could I just guess that the quarterback from Pakenham won the MVP?
No, he did not.
Okay.
We gave the MVP to Adam Kolinsky, outside linebacker. Played an outstanding game, number 47 for the Silverbacks.
Well done to Adam.
Crusaders kick off.
Barrington lead blocking.
For Truong, he's
block.
got a lead to the outside. Tackled out of bounds down the sideline.
Here's a flag down. Looks like it'd be holding of some sort.
You might not be able to tell it from the angle of the camera. We're facing the smaller grandstand, but the crowd here at Lakeside Stadium
It's really
for
picked
the
up.
afternoon Vic Bowl has really picked up. Chairs along this sideline pretty much completely full. There's not a lot of empty spots at all.
It's funny, they arrived just as I entered the commentary booth, which is,
During the return, holding, number 18. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, first down.
Paul Mercer on the call, one of the finest officials going around.
100%.
And speaking of officials, it might be time you made the call. Join the third team on the field and become a Victorian Gridiron referee or official. You can contact them at vgoarecruitment@gmail.com. Shoot them through an email if you're interested. It's a great way to get involved with a great game.
Very true. You don't want to end up like New South Wales that don't have any refs. So get around them, help them out as much as you can.
All right, so we got Dom Dearman under center, Luke Jackson in the backfield, Heath Decker in motion. Off tackle runs to the left, Jackson cuts it back up inside, breaks a tackle, he's down through the middle of the field, breaks another tackle down the right sideline. DJ Batistella ends up making the tackle, but that is a great start to the football game for Luke Jackson.
I feel like only the sideline stops Luke Jackson. Seriously, he's untackleable
Those
sometimes.
mammoth legs.
Yeah.
Churning down the field.
He's a very high runner, but it doesn't affect him at all. He just is so balanced. Terrific run to start the game. Warriors right back in it. They'll go behind that O-line all day.
Again, fantastic blocking. The play's designed to go off tackle to the left, but the blocking seals up in the middle. The cutback lane's there, and Luke Jackson, no hesitation in taking it.
Very intelligent running back.
1st and 10, Crusaders 40-yard line.
Motion again.
Brian Burke this time in motion. Play action pass. Dearman out. Oh, fantastic catch.
Great catch.
Alexander Glover, gloving it. Beautiful work. 2nd and 4.
Terrific catch. One of the Warriors imports, a terrific player this season.
2nd and 5. My apologies. Warriors line up, 2 receivers to the right, wing back and wide receiver to the left. Jackson in the backfield. That's the penalty. Illegal shift. I would hazard a guess. I'm not the rules guru, unlike yourself and Dan.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 61. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
You don't want them. They're drive killers. So hopefully the Warriors can get that yardage back and more on the next play.
Both offenses have started well. Dearman under center. 2nd and 10. Heath Decker in the slot. Draw play.
Draw.
Jackson up the middle.
He'll score.
Makes a man miss. He's to the outside. Makes another man miss.
Go.
Fantastic running, Luke Jackson.
That draw play, it's one of their most effective plays, and they use it all the time, and you just can't stop it. And against a defensive line that want to penetrate and are so aggressive, you just see there on the replay, he just slips up the middle. Such a good play.
Again, it's what we were talking about before with the Crusaders and the reverse play. It's so well blocked that that they trust the backs to be in the right spot on the draw play. They trust the timing of the play so much that they can just take off and be free and then block downfield.
And I love how Dearman hands that off while moving. He's not stationary, which just makes it even better.
Decker in motion. Off tackle to the left again. Luke Jackson cuts it back up inside. This time the Crusaders defense is where they're waiting for it.
See how Heath Decker's actually hitting Dom Dearman as he goes past to let him know to snap the ball.
Because he smacked him on the butt a couple of times in
Yeah.
the past, yeah.
So they're not actually using a timed cadence. They're using the touch to get the snap off. Very interesting.
Offside, number 6, defence. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. Still 1st down.
Offside penalty on Max Chapman.
Had a fumble recovery for a touchdown last week in the semi-final against Croydon, which really set them up for a great start. So he's been a quality player all season.
Warriors come to the line.
Heath Decker one-on-one on the right side in motion.
Quarterback sneak. Dearman up the middle.
So they actually motioned Decker and then used him to push the quarterback up on the quarterback sneak. Is there anything he can't do? Play 4 games, maybe, yep.
When the Warriors run the quarterback sneak, it's a power sneak.
It's incredible. They
Yeah,
get
they
so
get
many
so
yards.
much
Well,
push off
they get behind Big Johnny Tostovan, who's the premier centre in this league and an Australian starting centre, and he's just so big. He just moves people.
This time Glover in motion. They run off tackle to the right.
Touchdown.
And Luke Jackson's in for the touchdown. Again, what I was talking about earlier, this ability to play high percentage low-risk football with this run game.
And that wasn't great blocking then, that the right tackle, O'Sullivan, actually whiffed his block. But Jackson's just so powerful. When he's got a head of steam up, he just goes through people. Chance to take the lead now for the Warriors with what looks like a 2. Yeah, they're going to go for 2.
Both offenses have started extremely well. You couldn't have asked for better drives as an offense with both teams.
You see number 7, their defensive end, Cody, I'm not even going to try and say his last name, another import. He's in at tight end now as a blocker.
Again, off tackle to the right-hand side. Jackson cuts it up.
I think he was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in.
All you got to do is break the plane with the football, and he did just enough to get in for the 2, and it's now 8-6 to the Monash Warriors over the Western Crusaders.
Props to number 10 there. He really stuck his head in, but Jackson's just a bit too big. Just need to get his head across his body, but a really good effort then from a much smaller player going against Jackson.
Well-win start.
It's a great start.
Very fast-paced. It's just go, go, go.
This is what we can hope for all game. You know, watching efficient offense is enjoyable.
Yes, it is.
And there's so far the defense has got to step it up now. It'll be interesting to see what the Warriors do to, nullify the big plays the Crusaders got on the first drive. Because really, you take that reverse away and that deep pass for the touchdown, they didn't really do a lot. They slowed them down. So they've just got to stop them for 3 downs in a row. That's the tough part about football, I guess.
Well, it's in stark contrast to the opening of the Division 2 Championship, where we saw, I think, 3 and outs before either offense really got going.
Oh, big hit. Big hit on the up back.
Battistella with the return. He's tackled out of bounds.
Great coverage by the Warriors.
Again, number 16, Houston Noame. He's got off to a great start, impacting on special teams and on defense.
So far, the Warriors' import players have just been outstanding. Luke Jackson, obviously, as well, but number 16, another one. They bring in such good football players that it's just really, really hard to compete with them at times.
Well, I referred to it on Gridiron downunder.com the other day as a millennial dynasty. They've been, since the year 2000, they've been just the benchmark of the league. It's been extraordinary how long they've been.
And they bring in good coaches too. That's the other thing. They come in and teach their guys, and that's what it's all about in this league.
Ebinger making some pre-snap adjustments with the I formation. Hand off to Sanchez, going to the right. Good for a gain of probably 3.
He runs hard.
It's interesting to see them using a little bit of I formation. It's not a formation that's used a lot these days. You got 2 big physical runners like Sanchez and Awanzi. It makes sense to use it.
Yeah. How good does the field look?
That's
I've only just arrived. It looks incredible. They've done a fantastic job here at Lakeside. A really good venue, and the crowd, it just keeps filling up. People coming in.
I had to walk around on the field just before the Division 2 game, and I was instantly jealous. Instantly.
Because of the field or because we're not playing?
Both. They run that orbit motion, getting Garnham in the backfield, and he pushes forward for some big yards. Another first down to the Crusaders, I think. That's excellent work from the Western Crusaders.
Now, number 94, he's left the game, and he was really doing a good job on the inside for them. I hope he's not hurt, because that could be trouble for them, because that interior penetration just seems to have disappeared now. They need to get him back out there.
I think it's one sort of area that the Warriors can struggle in, is that if you don't get sort of any interior help and you can get to the second level and their 2 inside linebackers in the run game, you can actually get some quality yards consistently.
Yeah. Little counter.
Another misdirection play, onesie to the left-hand side, number 8, fighting ahead for yards, gang tackled though. Heidebrecht.
I thought he was going to break free there.
Andrew Sanders.
That was a great play.
Courtney King-Yui all in there on the play. Once again, number 16 is off to a great start. Houston Noame set the edge and comes in and makes the tackle as well.
He's an outside linebacker? Is that where he's playing, or is he playing almost a safety role?
Well, I think it depends on the formation. We'll see where he lines up here.
He's almost a cornerback right now.
Ebinger around to center. Sanchez and Awanzi in the backfield. Play action pass again.
Gets out of the sack.
Throws to the sideline.
Oh, he's dropped it.
And dropped. And he looks like he might be hurt. No, he's okay.
Let's hope not.
That was Garnham.
That would take some excitement out of this game because he's electric to watch.
I think the issue he had to concentrate on getting his feet down, and I think that may have caused him to sort of lose focus on the ball.
He lost it when he hit the ground. You've got to survive the contact of the ground.
Yeah.
Third down and about 6, Jamie, you reckon? 6 yards
third
there?
and 6, I'd say, yeah.
Big play here. The Warriors can get a stop. It'll give them a lot of confidence on defense. I think they're going to run it here. I think they're going to try and trick the Warriors.
So they line up in the I formation again.
Charge timeout, Crusaders. They're first.
Third and 6, big play here. They do not want to give the ball back to the Warriors after the way they looked on their first offensive series.
Samuel Delay lined up in the slot. Sanchez in a onesie in the backfield as the rain starts to fall here at Lakeside Stadium.
It's coming in motion.
Again, they move to that orbit motion. They hand off to Delay, going to the left-hand side. Gets upfield for some good yards, but all in all covered pretty well by the Warriors defense.
Has he got it? Just short. Just short. Nice.
Oh, no. Kev's given the first down here.
Has he? Will they give it a measure, or is he certain?
Scott Wolf in on the tackle at the end.
Ruling on the field is a first down.
Wow, huge play. I thought it was risky running the ball, but I did predict it. It's something they like to do on third and mediums.
They have total confidence in it. And when you have total confidence in something, 3rd and 6, if you're that confident in the run game, it's not a huge bridge to cross, really.
No, and that's the beauty of having a good running game, is that you're never in third and long situations. And Garnham is on the bench, looks hurt. That's not good news. His pads are off. Hopefully he's fine because we want to watch him play.
Whistle's blown, another misdirection play.
And the rain has started, so I don't know how that'll affect. I don't think it'll affect the field.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 11, team never set for a second. It's a 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Not only will it not affect the field, I don't really think it takes either team out of their game plan either. Both teams are very strong running the ball on the ground.
You don't think it'll affect the passing game of the Warriors?
Well, again, if you're a sort of a pass-first offense, I think the rain can mess with you and it can affect your game plan. But I think even though these two teams both have the ability to throw the ball, they're run-first offenses, and I don't really think it's going to have huge impact either way. Yep. I think it's an even break, the rain.
Yeah, it's certainly not going to hurt anyone.
No. Battistella lined up in the slot. Edminger under center. Play action pass again. Looks to go deep down the field, and that's broken up.
Nice play.
Number 29, Richard Chorong, makes the play.
It's a really good play, and he's pretty excited about it. It's interesting, if Garnham can't come back into this game, which I'm hoping not, it won't only affect losing obviously a terrific caliber football player, but all the ways they use him.
That affects their game.
I can't imagine they'll have someone they can just throw back in that knows how to do it all as well as him. It's also going to hurt their intelligence.
He's certainly their most dynamic player, and if he's out for any sort of length of time, it will hurt them immensely. Sanchez in a onesie in the I formation. Battistellar in motion. Again, they run that orbit motion into a lead play. Warriors all there on the scene. Maybe good for a couple. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it wasn't great blocking there. Oh, and almost a false start there on the replay.
Again, once again, number 16.
That penetration
Houston
kills it.
He's setting the edge and he's getting penetration in the backfield.
Yeah.
Causing a lot of problems already in this game, early. And now the rain is really starting to come down.
It certainly is.
Twins to the left, I formation, tight end on the left. Sorry, twins to the right.
Run outside right.
Yep.
Oh, great play.
Oh, way to fight. The onesie, he was dead,
hitting the backfield.
He was dead to rights, and he managed to sort of creep forward and get at least a couple.
Still, again, it's third and long. It's a Vic Bowl. You've got to take some chances here. I think you've got to throw that ball. You've got to have faith in your quarterback. It's a good run, but it's 3 yards on third and long, and now they're going to be punting it back to the Warriors.
I imagine the rationale is that it's 8-6, it's early days, it's your midfield, from a field position standpoint, if you punt this away, with the rain, you're in good shape.
The Warriors have the ability to score so quickly. I feel like you can't waste any possessions against them. And, you know, you might not have got the first down, but you have to take that chance and throw the ball.
Number 9, Clinton Downing, back to punt. Sits up. Downed on the Warriors' 23-yard line.
What do you think we see from the Warriors here? More of Luke Jackson?
I think you're going to see a lot more of Luke Jackson, but I also think the Warriors might start to sort of get the jet sweep going a little bit. They've got Glover, they've got Decker, they've got players that can
They've
run.
got Decker for a reason. It's odd they haven't fed him the ball yet. I said they've played one series. I feel like this game's been going for hours, but they've played one series. So, and Jackson was so effective. Why wouldn't you want to keep giving it to him? But they do have that wrinkle to the game, and Heath Decker will get the ball in his hands at some point, and there's always a chance to score when he's got it.
But again, the Warriors' recipe for success, especially in these conditions, is running the football.
Yeah, 9 seconds left in the first quarter.
Another nice run up the middle, Luke Jackson.
He just never gets hit before the line of scrimmage.
No
one's ever in the backfield where he is. Now, I don't know if that's him or if it's offensive line. I think it's probably a bit of both. But you look there, he hasn't been contacted until he's got 3 yards.
Well, no, he has the ability to hit the hole hard. Not only hit the hole hard, but read where the hole is very early.
Young running backs, do yourself a favour and watch him play, because that's something you can learn from. And that's the end of the first quarter.
Well, with two teams, 2 ball control offenses running the ball, first quarter came and went pretty quickly.
Yeah, very quickly.
8-6 Warriors.
Any surprises for you so far?
I wouldn't say surprises, but both teams have quality defenses. The 2 first drives, the ease in which both teams were able to drive the ball down and score, that was a little bit surprising.
Yeah, the deep pass was surprising for me. The Warriors, they just don't strike me as a team that give up big play like that. They're very well coached, so that was surprising. Certainly not the feeding of Luke Jackson, though. I'm looking forward to watching him carry the ball many more times today. And the rain seems to have slowed down a little bit.
A little bit, yep.
The radar says differently, but hopefully it holds off.
Well, I'm no meteorologist, James, but you know.
You could be, Jamie.
I just like saying the word meteorologist. Dearman hands off to Jackson going right.
Again, he's not hit.
Very close to a first down.
He's not hit until the first 4 yards. They just seal that defensive line off so well. That was a great block by the centre, John Tostovan. He just sealed his guy to the left and made a massive hole for Jackson to run through. Linebacker never had a chance there. Interesting. Haven't seen 99 get involved too much yet, Nala. We know what sort of a player he is, so look for him to make a big play.
Again, they use Decker in motion. Ooh. Oh, they tried to get that out, the quick screen to the left-hand side, but in these conditions, that's a tough throw to make.
Well, it is, and in the wet, that ball's going to be very slippery, and it just slips straight out of his hands. Yeah. So there we go. There's the weather already affecting the game. And
Dom Dearman, a good friend of mine, but he also suffers from the same affliction that I have, and that's being a small-handed quarterback.
Midget hands, we'll
Midget
call
hands,
it.
Yeah. It's a curse. We do the best we can.
You've both made okay careers of it.
Decker lined up in the slot. Jackson in the backfield once again. Dierman under center. 2nd and 10.
Draw
On the
again.
draw play again.
And he's in the field.
Luke Jackson
This
to the outside.
Can 15
he
get
could
him?
be gone.
Oh, no. Well done by 15 to chase that down, but that draw...
Jackson is dominating this game early. Twice the draw play they've run it, and twice they've got...
I guess from up here,
yards.
it's so easy to see it, but on the field it's not, but it's so effective.
Well, we were having this conversation before during the Division 2 championship game, myself and Daniel, about, it's very easy in theory to point things out from an elevated position like what you have right now, but what the Warriors have been able to do in the run game so far, it's not surprising anyone, but the efficiency and the effectiveness of it so far has just been fantastic.
And the Cruise defensive line aren't helping themselves. I know they want to penetrate and get pressure on the quarterback, but they've got to play the running back to the quarterback. You can't just go all out.
Dierman calls a timeout.
Charge timeout Warriors, they're first.
Seen something you didn't like there. Smart play. He's a smart veteran quarterback. He won't make many mistakes. So we've got 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line.
Yeah, it
it
looks like
looks.
17.
So they punch a score on here and maybe a 2-point conversion. It's going to put a lot of pressure on the Crusaders.
Correct.
And they want to
Especially
run the ball, and that takes clock.
Yes.
So if the Warriors can get a lead and force the Crew to pass the ball, it's really going to work in the Warriors' hands.
It's just an outstanding start by Luke Jackson in this offensive line. Like, he's probably got close to 100 yards already. But, like, the work up front, Pat Mottram and Jonathan Tosterman, probably 2 of the best run-blocking linemen in the league.
Yep.
It's just, this is a dream start for them as far as the run game is concerned. Again, they look to good it inside. And even in that situation, Jackson, like, the hole was there, but it wasn't a massive hole. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage almost. He's
So
still
it's 3, 4.
fallen forward for 3 or 4 yards.
And the outside linebackers of the Crusaders, I couldn't say what number it was there. They've got to go when the ball's handed off. They've got to see that early and crash down because they need to help out that inside run. Now it may hurt them later with some outside reverses and whatnot, but they've got to help out from that edge.
Especially in this position of the field.
Yeah.
They go that power sneak again, and Dierman gets about probably 4.
Just set themselves up for a nice, easy 3rd down. Oh, a little bit of talk going on. Grantley O'Sullivan involved. No surprises there.
You look at this play, it's like the center and the guards almost piggyback him through the hole.
Yeah, it's terrific. It's fantastic.
Andrew Scher up there making a block. Tostovan obviously at the center spot. Like, yeah, they're just... I think offensive lines can be underrated in general. I think in the case of the Warriors, they're criminally underrated.
Not by me. I'm someone who loves offensive line play,
yeah.
and they're very good. A good unit.
Glover in motion. Off tackle again. Jackson steps to the inside. More yards. The other thing this kind of attack does is it wears a defense down.
Yep.
You're on the field for sort of, 8, 9, 10 play drives. It takes it out of you.
2 guys had a chance of him. Number 20, the outside linebacker, has a chance there. They've got to make those tackles. I know how good a player Luke Jackson is, but you've got to bring him down when you have the opportunity. Otherwise, they're just going to keep putting on points.
Well, it's 1st and goal now inside the 5. Again, there's nothing complicated about what they're doing. It's just flawless execution. Dierman under center. And we've got a whistle.
Delay of game, number 15. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
It's a very odd penalty. That does not happen to this offense. It's very efficient. We said Dierman just doesn't make mistakes like that very often. A very savvy veteran.
Again, to play devil's advocate in that situation, instead of, running a bad play,
Take the penalty.
take the penalty.
Yeah.
Again, off tackle to the left. Jackson cuts it back inside. This time the Crusader defense was there to meet it. Good group tackling.
Great penetration by number 50. He lined up in that left A gap and shot straight up the middle. And you see how that affects Jackson.
That's it.
He then has to get out of his gap and lets everyone else feel that. That's a great play by 50. Head down as usual.
Zechariah Olku. Warriors come to the line, 2nd and goal.
From about the 5 or the 6.
The 6-yard line. Decker
Motion,
in motion
again.
They go back inside, this time again.
Another great play by number 50. Terrific.
That's 2 plays in a row by Olku. That's much, much better defense from the Western Crusaders.
And they're bringing him up into the gap to start the play, which, as a centre, it makes it incredibly difficult when they're right there over the top of the ball. They're reacting almost the same time as you. You look at that, he just makes that so hard for the guard there. That's a great play.
When the Crusaders play in the A-gaps like that, they're an extremely hard, not only hard defense to run against, but pass against as well. It's just, they're such good athletes on that side of the ball.
So let's say if they attack the edge here, the Warriors, after being shut down on the inside 2 times in a row.
Ooh.
Oh.
That could be offside.
What are the refs going to go with? It's surely offside.
Jonathan Dostovan's pointing and indicating as if it's offside. Here we go.
It looks like, someone's hit before the ball snapped. I'm not sure what they're going to call here.
He's Paul with the call.
Offside, number 50. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal line. Still 3rd down.
And there's the risk you run with with those blitzing A-gaps. You sometimes don't time them right. If he timed that right, it would have completely destroyed that play. But if you don't, you pay the price for it. Nala lining up inside here.
Okay, motion Decker again. They go back inside again to Jackson. And I think they're going to mark him short. His helmet's popped off there.
Now, that means he has to go off the field for a play. Now, if they're going to go for it on 4th down, I imagine they'd want Luke Jackson in there. So this could, it could hurt them.
Power sneak.
Yeah, power sneak I'd call. A-gap blitz, though, you can stop that. Jackson has gone off for a play. They are going for it. Do they kick field goals, the Warriors? I don't think they do.
I haven't seen them, no. And they always go for 2 when they score, so...
I'm not sure if that's because they're so efficient at doing it that doesn't matter.
Probably, yeah. Well, they've got number 16 in the backfield now. And he piles it in.
Again.
Jackson might be a little bit dirty about that.
He'll be filthy on it. I can imagine.
Houston Noama, he's been playing on defense, making some huge plays at linebacker and on special teams. He gets a run in an offense and scores a touchdown. Off to an absolute flying start.
Terrific block by Mottram and Tosterman again. They just crushed that inside. And when you've only got to get a couple of yards, you don't have to actually drive the guys out. If you get them on the ground, a running back can get those yards over the top of you, and that's what they did there. It's a terrific play.
They line up in a pro set here. They're going for 2 again. Oh. That's moved back to a traditional eye, and they call a timeout.
Charge timeout Warriors. That is their 2nd.
Well, it's what I wrote about this week for gridirondownunder.com.
I didn't read it, Jamie, so you'll have to tell me.
Oh, well, I will tell you. It's, again, the running game and the offensive line of the Nuttawading / Monash Warriors for the past 15, 16 years. It's been what's made them so successful. Yeah,
and it's continuity. They can almost put in any 5 they want over the years, but it's the same scheme. It's very smart. They always have had great running backs from Lincoln Decker now to Luke Jackson, and it's just efficient. You're right. There's the only way to describe it, and they're off to a really good start.
As we go for 2 again. Dearman with the play action pass.
Oh, misses the throw.
Yeah, again, and that'll be the wet ball.
Yeah, it seems to have. He's had 2 throws now that have really affected him. I think that's the only 2 throws he's actually had since it started raining. I think they ran the ball almost every play that drive, including a couple of sneaks with Dearman. But hopefully they can get that sorted out. The rain has stopped, so it should help him. Big start for the Warriors. The Crew are going to feel under a lot of pressure now to put some points on the board.
The Western Crusaders defense, again, we've mentioned it, it's one of the best we've seen in this league for a very, very long time.
They struggle against the Warriors. I know they played each other early in the year and it was only an 8-0 win for the Warriors, but the Warriors put 42 points on them in their second matchup and really touched them up. Now, it's always hard to tell who's missing from games, who's playing games.
I sense a lot of backups
how many you've actually played for the season is always difficult to adjudicate. So, you know, who knows? But so far, the Warriors are winning that battle.
Well, Garnham's back out there and he's returning this kick.
He'll score. Oh,
actually, no, that's not
45.
Garnham, that's Andrew James.
Oh, what a play.
That's Chewy.
Oh,
Andrew
no.
James.
No, that can't be.
That is the worst thing ever.
It was not even going to affect the play.
Oh, no, I think they're going to wave it off.
I hope so.
What a huge play from number 28. Andrew Young, sorry, not Andrew James, Andrew Young.
Chewy, I believe they call him.
as he's known.
Fantastic return.
Again, the Crusaders, they run this reverse return. They've run it all season.
Very balanced runner. Well
Oh, he's an
done.
excellent runner.
During the return, block in the back, number 13. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Look, after watching the replay, it probably was there. I don't know if it affects the play.
Oh, that's a huge swing.
It's
'Cause
not a great call.
That was a fantastic return.
I don't like it, but I don't like many calls from refs, so I won't get too into it. But look, it was a block in the back, but I just don't know how that affected the play, and it's all about how it affects a play with reffing. So don't like that call, but still a huge return for the Crusaders. Hopefully that penalty won't hurt them, and they can punch this in and keep this
Again,
game very much alive.
It's the spot of the foul. They still have excellent field position here.
Only 6 minutes left in the half.
It's been a quick one. Compared to the Division 2 championship game, this half has gone like lightning, which hopefully stays away.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll have to call the games off like Tampa Bay do every week.
Okay, we've got Ebinger under center. Sanchez in a onesie in the backfield again in the I formation. They
Reverse.
run the reverse. Samuel Delay to the outside, tries to cut it back in.
It's
He's
a great play.
Again.
Great play by Cody. How do you say his last name? You
I'm
said
going to
it
go
before.
Heidebrecht. Would that be correct?
I'm going to call him Cody.
Yeah.
Great play by Cody there, number 7. He is just, as someone who's had to block him, he's a very good football player.
But once again, it's him getting to the outside, recognizing that it's an edge run, forcing the runner to cut back. He knew he had help on the inside. He's completely confident that he can sell out and make the tackle.
Yeah.
It's good team defense.
And the Warriors going with another defensive line rotation. They've got 92 in now who really penetrated well on that last play. So hopefully he can continue to do that. Because as I said, killing these motions and counters, it's interior penetration that
Correct.
absolutely destroys them.
Correct. Crusaders in the I formation again. They go off tackle to the right. Onesie using Sanchez as the lead block, plus to the inside.
A great play there.
He's a hard man to bring down.
That was terrible blocking, and he's just made that happen. Now, there is a flag down. It's normally not a good thing for the offense when it's down in that area. Looks like it'll be holding. Yeah, so it'll be holding on number 78. Bit of an acting job there, but holding nonetheless.
Holding, number 78. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat, second down.
Good call, James. How good is the replay?
Yeah, I was holding. You're not allowed to do it now. Cody, I'm calling him Cody. That was a little bit of an acting job there, but when you're getting held, you're getting held. Refs don't normally like it when you play for it though, which is interesting. But it definitely was a hold, and that hurts them.
Battistella split out wide. They're in the I formation again with Sanchez and Onesie. Onesie up the middle on a mess direction again.
Again, I don't like this. You're second and extremely long. You've got to start getting the ball in the air. You've got a quarterback for a reason. Let him throw the football. Now you're in third and pretty much impossible. It's going to take a terrific play to get a first down here. Don't like it.
Good tackle by number 92, Jonathan Leader.
who again, he's just driven the centre into the backfield. It's almost like they were trying to run a little draw play there, much like the Warriors run, just not to the same success. Struggling with drive off the ball now, this Crusaders O-line. The defensive line is teeing off. And here comes the pass rush. Look for number 7, Cody, to get here.
On the outside, on the left.
He will rush that edge hard. Oh, they triple team him.
Play action pass. Evanger looking for Battistella again. He got behind Barrington.
Oh, I don't think he's in. I think he's just short.
I'm not quite sure how they're going to call this.
He's just short, but
it's a catch. It's definitely a catch. It's just a matter of whether or not it's a score or not.
Great catch. Great throw as well. This is what I mean. On second and long, why aren't you throwing it when you can throw the ball like that?
Well,
replay's telling us touchdown. Now, obviously, the umpires do not have that sort of access, because that would blow their minds, literally.
The result of the play is a completed catch at the half-yard line. First down.
The official call from Paul Mercer, half-yard line. Great catch by Battistella and an awesome throw by Evanger.
And 55 is pointing at the replay at the big screen. The refs will not overturn that call from a replay. Yeah. Sorry, mate. I like your thinking, though.
There are no red flags in Gridiron, Victoria. Maybe one day.
Here we go. Look for run up the middle here. Bit of power.
I think
Felipe
so.
in, or maybe a play action and try and dump one off to Nala.
They have been getting yards in the I formation run.
Inside handoff, touchdown.
Up the middle, touchdown.
He's a tough runner. He's a really tough runner. And you know, that return by Chewy has absolutely set that up, and they're right back in this game. 2 points here, we can tie this up, and coming up to halftime, really good football game so far.
So, you couldn't ask for anything better. Both teams are performing to what we expect of them, and close game.
Wouldn't mind seeing some more stout defense. I think the Crew have got a lot more to give on defense, and I want to see it, because when that defensive line gets going and those linebackers get going, which they did show on that almost goal line stand before, when they start blitzing and making plays, they can be very effective. So hopefully they can step that up just before the half and get a stop.
2-point conversion attempt. They're in the I formation. The line motion. They go with that orbit lead again. Sanchez.
25, Robert Bettles. Terrific play.
Sanchez just couldn't quite get the block on him, and he came up and made the tackle. That's fantastic.
I'll give Sanchez his dues. That's a tough block there out on a cornerback. They're traditionally incredibly athletic. Look at that play by Bettles, though. Running back maybe could have cut that inside and helped Sanchez with his block, but the play is obviously to get to the edge, so he's run it correctly. Great play by Robert Bettles there, number 25 of the Warriors.
Well, we got another penalty.
Jog it in, let's go! Come on.
The try is no good. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 7. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. That is number 7's first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Now, as I know very well, if you have 2 unsportsmanlike penalties in the game, you are removed from the contest. You're not ejected, Jamie. You're removed from the contest.
I prefer the word ejected. It's something that happens to you quite a bit. So
Once.
Look,
so Cody will have to be careful now, because he is a terrific football player, and they rely on him heavily on defense.
Especially from a pass rushing standpoint.
And they probably want their money's worth for him, being an import, so they've got to get him on the field as much as possible. He's a top player in this league.
You're enjoying yourself, aren't you?
Loving it.
14-12 to the Warriors over the Western Crusaders.
Huge stop there by the Warriors on the 2-point, because it gives them the lead. And any time you're leading in a game, whether it's 1 point or 30 points, you're feeling good.
2-point conversions matter. They're again, we were talking about this in an earlier game about, 2 points to the sort of general public might not mean that much, but in this game, they're very important.
It takes a knee. I was going to say, what a terrific kickoff, but then I realised he was 15 yards short. It looked like he kicked it a long way. Not a bad kickoff, though.
No, they fooled us for a split second.
Is that rain coming down again, Jamie?
It looks like a little bit.
The radar is telling us it's coming.
The drive home is going to be ordinary.
Yeah. Depends how you look at it, mate.
That's just life in general, isn't it? It just depends how you look at it.
I've got Nathaniel Rhodes in my car, one of the stars of the Croydon Rangers, one of our imports, and he's a terrific guy, so I'll enjoy that very much.
Warriors back on offense. Luke Jackson back in the backfield. Decker lined up wide on the right-hand side. Glover in at wing. Nice.
And now
there we go.
Do you know what? They've put Nala over the centre now.
Yep.
And as a centre, I can tell you when they do that with him, he's near impossible to block. I love this move by the Crusaders D coordinator. Terrific work. Warriors in no huddle. Man, he's a good player when he's up and going, Nala.
He's a fantastic, fantastic player. Awful tackle to the right again. Luke Jackson cuts it back up inside. Just
terrific
really,
block by Tostovan on Nala there. That's a tough task, and he made a really good block. Seals him. Terrific work.
It's 3rd and short.
I'd hate to know Luke Jackson's average right now. To be up around the 7s.
He's smashing it. Decker in motion. They look to go again. Luke Jackson breaks to the outside. He's got the outside, the sideline.
He's run into his own player, tackled by his own player, number 11 for the Warriors.
Enough for the first down, though.
Interesting there. Heath Decker actually dodges the block. Very interesting, but then makes a terrific block on number 15. Very intelligent. He realised that number 6 wasn't going to be able to make the play on Jackson, so just didn't block him at the point of attack because he knew he was out of position. Very smart football player.
They run another draw. Jackson up the middle. He's got room again. He makes another one miss. Down the left sideline. It's another first down.
They are just churning yards here on the Crusaders. And you see they've moved Nala inside. Now what they're doing, they're attacking the edge. They're just avoiding him every chance they get, which is normally a very smart move.
Well, they're paying him the ultimate respect, but it's just intelligent team football. You don't go after your opponent's strengths. You attack their weaknesses. Very good football from the Monash Warriors.
And they have to tackle better. There was 3 missed tackles on
Charge
that one.
timeout Crusaders. That is their second.
Timeout for the Crew. They'll want to get their heads collected here. They do not want to give up a score just before the half because they might not get that big kick return again.
It's an interesting game. Very, very interesting. I don't think we can overstate enough how impressive this run game from the Monash Warriors is at the moment.
And I wish I could say it wasn't all the time, but it is. They are just always so good at running the football with, as I said, a great scheme, an awesome running back, one of the best in the country, Australian representative in Luke Jackson, and just an outstanding football player. And right now the Crew have no answer. They moved Nala in, he made one good play, and then they start running on the edge and attacking them elsewhere. And it's just missed tackles like that. Number 40, number 10, they're just missing tackles there. They've got to put him down. I know it's hard. He's a hard guy to tackle, but these are the chances that you've got to take in big games like this.
He's so strong through his hips. And I think they're actually giving a spell at the moment.
Ben Curley in. Another really good running back. I know he had a stint at the Preds. They run the draw here. Really nice play. I'm not sure what number that was.
Number 50 again.
Number 50. It was a good play.
Zechariah Olku. But once again, you look, running the draw play, but that interior penetration, if the Western Crusaders can continue to get that penetration.
But do you know what? It just doesn't look the same without Jackson on that draw. And that's no offense to Curley. He's a really good running back, but Jackson's just
action pass.
A level above.
Demon to the left-hand side.
Dropped
Couldn't bring it in. Despite the rain disappearing, I still think the ball's probably quite slippery and greasy out there.
It's hard to throw with small hands. I wouldn't know because I don't have small hands, but I imagine you could give me some more insight.
It's tough. You got to have things, just the right way.
On the laces perfectly. And that ball will still be slippery because the ground will still be wet. Yeah. And it's obviously placed on the ground before the snap. So if your hand slips on that, gets on that little bit of wet patch that the ball's been sitting, it's really difficult to throw it.
Top-notch observation, James. Look at this. They've score of the touchdown. They've still they move Houston Noema back into the backfield.
Grantley O'Sullivan involved in a little bit after the play.
Well, it's 4th down now. Field position. Do you think they looks like they're lining up to go for it?
They're going for it. 4th and 6. They're not going to punt here. Big play for the Crusaders here. Let's see if Demon can get off a
timeout.
Timeout.
Charge timeout Warriors. That is their 3rd and final timeout for the half.
Now, since the rain has started, Dearman hasn't thrown a pretty ball yet. Now, I know that last one was dropped. It wasn't a bad ball. So he's really got to get his fingers gripped on the ball here and throw a good football to get a first down, because I don't imagine they'll be running it.
Well, and the other thing, you just sort of look for it further in the game. As good as the run game is, and we've spoken volumes about it, you can't be one-dimensional. You need to be able to do both. You need to be able to throw the ball, you need to be able to run. So at some stage in this game, they're going to have to pass the ball, and effectively to win.
Yeah, and it's about a 4th and 8, so it's certainly, I wouldn't think, a running situation. Now, they obviously don't kick. We've obviously answered our own question that they don't kick field goals, the Warriors. So
they might be hiding someone there on the sideline. We don't know.
Who knows? Maybe an import. What's your gut feeling here? You're the O coordinator. What are you going with? Some sort of rollout?
I think you want to have a rollout just because as an option in case you can actually get the yards running it.
I'm feeling the draw. I think they've got about 30 yards every time they've ran it.
You don't want to go to the well too much on that, though. But we're about to find out as the rain looks like it's starting to...
Stacked on that A-gap, the crew. So they're playing the draw.
Play action pass.
Oh, great play by number 20. But that ball, it's not coming clean out of his hand at all.
Yep.
The weather really, really affecting the throwing game of the Warriors. You see there, good set, feet placed. It just slips. Oh, nice play by number 20 there.
Drop back in coverage.
He faked his rush and then dropped back into a zone. Really terrific play.
Justice Kentaka.
Great name.
Oh, yeah.
Terrific name. Well done, Justice. How long left here? Minute 21. Crusaders will love to take the lead going into the half.
They come back out in the I formation, Awanzi and Sanchez. Edmonds under center. That time the Warriors defense was able to snuff it out. Number 31, Kira Marinian on the play. Heidebrecht also over there.
And this game's getting a little chippy after the plays now. A bit of shoving. Hopefully it doesn't boil over.
Hopefully.
That might add some excitement though.
2nd and 9. Edmonds are under center with the I formation of Sanchez and Awanzi. Drops back to pass. Bit of a shoulder fake.
Oh, picked off.
And that's intercepted.
Where is he going? He just wants to have a sit. Well done, number 20. Great pick there, though. And there's the weather affecting the team. There is a flag down. I imagine it'll be holding of some sort, because the quarterback wasn't hit late. Great catch there, though, in the weather for number 20. Carlos Sinilos. Terrific name and another great name.
I'm not quite sure where Ebinger was looking. I think the weather may have affected his throw as well. It didn't look like it came out.
Chop block, number 40 and 75. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, turnover.
The chop block there, the Crusaders were called 3 or 4 times last week for it. Basically, it's when someone cuts the player while the other blocker goes high, and it's one of the worst things for a D lineman to have done to them, because you can get some serious injuries. Got to cut that out. They can't afford those penalties all the time. Interesting to see what the Warriors do here. 23 seconds left. I believe they have a timeout available.
No, they've used all 3, so they're
Used
out.
all 3. Yeah. No timeouts. He's passing though. Decker.
And that's picked off.
Number
so
43.
trading interceptions.
Is that Troy Polamalu?
Falado Manasina.
Close enough. He does look like Troy Polamalu. He picked it off like him.
Well, yeah, the weather is going to play a part in this game. There's no doubt about that. And we've already seen that now. It is difficult passing conditions.
I don't think Decker even realised that ball was coming to him until it was almost there. It's odd to have that, lack of awareness between Decker and Dim, and they throw the ball together so often. But
First and 10. Crusaders take over on offense. their own 12-yard line. Edmonds are under center. They're back in the I formation. 2 tight ends. And they've actually got Nala Solani out tight end on the right-hand side.
They're running this out.
Onesie up the middle. Nice run. The Onesies looked good in the inside.
And a timeout called. Yeah, crew called a timeout.
Well, there's a player down by lots of things.
Must be their last. I know they're running into halftime, even though the clock's hasn't stopped.
Well, it was a very quick first half, ladies and gentlemen, but some fantastic football being played by both sides. It's as close as we thought it would be. The Monash Warriors currently leading the Western Crusaders 14-12 at halftime of Vic Bowl 32. Some outstanding efforts on both sides of the ball so far, James.
I think you'll find it's not halftime, Jamie. The injury's on. The crew offense are still out there, even though their entire team has entered the locker room.
Well, they fooled me.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much these days, to be perfectly honest.
No. So I think they do have the right to run one more play with the, I think, injury timeout.
Who is it that got hurt?
A player.
Safe bet.
It's a Warrior. Can't see the number. Hopefully he's all right, though.
Here we go.
Have a charged timeout, Crusaders. That is their third and final timeout for the half.
Someone tell their other players that the game is still going on from the change rooms, because a turnover, the defense would have to run out of the rooms to enter the field again to finish the half with no timeouts left.
No, I think they're just going to kneel this one out. Nope.
No.
Onesie to the left-hand side.
3 seconds left. I think they're out of timeouts. That will be the half, Jamie. You feel free to do your halftime spiel now.
Would you like me to do it again?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so half-time here, Vic Bowl 32. We have the Monash Warriors 14, the Western Crusaders 12. Again, like I said earlier, some really good performances on both sides of the ball for both teams so far. It's the Vic Bowl we expected, and it's good to be getting the one that we expected. Great game so far.
Terrific ball control offense, efficient. Love it. Absolutely love this style of offense from both teams. I think Warriors obviously have the edge on the scoreboard. I think they've just played a little bit better than the Crusaders. You take that long kick return away and the blown coverage to number 15, this game could be a completely different story.
Yes.
But, hey, they still happen. So they're right in this game, the crew. They're going to need a lot more of that stuff to go their way.
Like I said, in the big game, high percentage, low risk football goes a long way, and the Warriors do that better than anybody. So with that in mind, we'll leave you now, half-time. We'll put some music on, a little bit more entertaining than listening to me talk for the rest of the day. Again, Monash Warriors 14. Welcome, everyone. We're about to commence the second half. I think we've got about a minute left on the clock. Very interesting first half, 14-12. The offenses for both teams were able to move the ball, relatively easily, which I was surprised with. Daniel?
Yeah, it's good to be back with the commentary team as well, Jamie.
I believe my mic's working. Can you guys hear me through your headset?
We cannot.
Okay, it's not moving.
So we're back to the original tandem again. My name's Jamie Stafford. With me here is Daniel Noonan, the Black Spy. Again, 14-12. Running the ball, obviously from a Warriors standpoint, that's their bread and butter, but with the relative ease that they've been able to do it tonight has been surprising, to say the least.
Yeah, Jackson's at his best, I think, today. He's had a really good game in the semi-final against the Geelong Buccaneers, and he's just carried it over this week. The draw play, I think, is averaging about 45 yards a carry at the moment. It's getting a bit ridiculous, but that's the problem with the Crusaders. They like to bring pressure. And when you bring pressure, the draw will hurt you.
Speaking of the Western Crusaders, they come back out onto the field for the commencement of the second half. One worry that they would have is the probably I guess it was maybe halfway through the first quarter or 3/4 of the way through the first quarter, Tyson Garnham appeared to cop an injury, and he hasn't been back on the field since.
I haven't even seen him put his pads back on since he took them off early in the first quarter, which is a massive loss for the Crusaders. He's probably their most dangerous weapon on offense, special teams, anywhere he lines up.
Yeah. And it's changed the way that they've gone about it on offense after losing him. They've really started to rely on the I formation with Sanchez and a onesie in the backfield. They've really tried to run the ball, especially using misdirection and counters. Again, they need an extra dimension if they're going to really sort of trouble the scorers in the second half. But all in all, that run game seems to be working.
I think the run game setting up the play action for them, and DJ Badilia is absolutely toweling up their Monash defensive backfield. He has got behind them twice for big gains. One touchdown just called short. But, you know, one of the keys of playing defense is don't let anyone behind you, and he's got behind him twice.
Well, we are set for an absolute cracking second half here. The Warriors will be taking the ball, receiving. Crusaders will be kicking off. Again, 14-12, 2 points in favour of the Monash Warriors. They'll be getting the ball to start the third quarter. And once again, it would be remiss of me not to plug for probably the 25th time today. It's time you made the call. Join the third team on the field and become a Victorian Gridiron referee or /official. Contact the Victorian Gridiron Officials Association at vgoarecruitment@gmail.com. Send them a friendly email. They'll send a friendly one back to you, and maybe you'll have an opportunity to become a referee, just like our good friends Paul Mercer and Brian Curry.
Friends is a loose term, I would say. Look out here on the kick return. Taylor Barrington, exceptionally dangerous on the return, has absolutely torched teams.
Number 85, Luke Dyke for the Western Crusaders will be kicking off. Third quarter of Vic Bowl 32 about to get underway. We're not far away from finding out who's going to hoist the Vic Bowl trophy in 2016. Kick is away. Barrington back to return. He takes it on the full. No real room, and a nice hit. Number 55 coming over the top.
Great job by Harrison Delay there, keeping his contain angle, not letting Barrington to the sideline. Part of the midget twins, as we like to refer them at our club.
Harrison and Samuel, good kids.
They're great. I'm sure they're great kids. They're just very short in stature.
No, excellent tackle. Good work. The Warriors will take over on their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10.
What do you reckon, Jamie? Draw?
Well, it'll be a run of some sort, I would imagine. They've been running it down the Crusaders' throat so far tonight. They've established the run game. It's working a treat.
One good advantage coming out in the second half is dry ball. Could be a shot.
Decker on in the slot, Jackson in the backfield. They go off tackle to the right again. Jackson gets to the outside. He's able to scooch and get about a good 14 to 15-yard gain and another first down for the Monash Warriors.
Talked about this at length in the first game. You've got to keep contained.
Yes.
Number 20 there gets caught peeking inside, gives Jackson the edge, and no defensive back in the GV wants to tackle that guy with a full head of steam.
Yeah, this run game has been phenomenal so far. Crusaders in a 3-front, Demon under center, drops back to pass, another draw.
I would say that's well contained. The best they've done it so far.
But still, that's 5-6 yards on the ground. Just continuing to run the ball at will, the Monash Warriors.
You look at the blocks. Mottram getting downfield, he absolutely depletes the linebacker. That is, as a running back, that's about as good a service as you can get.
Mottram and Tosterman are doing an outstanding job with this game. It cannot be understated. Decker in motion. Another run this time. Big hole up the middle. Jackson has room. And again, another huge gain, and they move the chains again. First down. It's more of the same here in the third quarter. It's exactly what we saw in the first and second quarters.
Crusaders have gone to a different defensive front. They're lining up over the centre and both guards, but the centre and guards are now re-establishing the line of scrimmage 3 or 4 yards down the field. Yeah. It is absolutely incredible to watch.
Demon under center, Decker in the slot, in motion.
Run again.
And a nice pop, number 15. DJ Battistella doing it on both sides of the ball. Nice tackle. But again, it's still 4 yards downfield.
Notice it a bit, Jamie, that they've got DJ, Nala, Sanchez all playing both ways at times in this game. It can help you in the short term, but it can really hurt you in the long term.
Sometimes that's what you've got to do, though. You've got to get your best players out on the park. It's the VIC Bowl. Any final, you've got to play the game that way. Decker in the slot again. He's in motion. There's that Curly in the backfield. This time he's getting some good yards, and he gets a first down. Oh, they might mark him short. We'll see where the spot is.
I think they're going to give him a 3rd and short here.
The Crusaders' defensive line must start to get some penetration against this run game.
That's the hallmark of their defense, Jamie.
Yes, I completely agree. It's where their good players, or their best players are. And there's the power sneak again for a first down.
They really just wedge block it. Everyone just takes a step in, drives everyone backwards, and Dom just rides John Toss-Steven for 3 or 4 yards.
Toss-Steven, is that?
I couldn't tell you, mate, but I'm going with it.
All right, cool. So here we are, another first down. The Warriors just continuing to run the football. The Crusaders are back into a forefront now. Their usual look. Decker in motion again. Curly in the backfield. Again, another run. This time off tackle. Stood up well by Battistella. He's having a fantastic game for the Western Crusaders, number 15.
MVP of the game by far at this stage for either team.
Doing it on both sides of the ball.
You've got to see with that motion with Decker, they've got to be setting that up for a wheel route or a screen or something out there. He's run that 3 or 4 times and they've just handed the ball off to Jackson.
They've motioned Decker more than 3 or 4 times. It seems as almost like every second play that they do that. But it's
something we haven't seen a lot during the year from Decker.
It's either to set up a lead. It's either to set up a lead block, or like you said, could be setting up a potential wheel route. We've got Houston Noema back in the backfield. He takes the run up the middle. He's met solidly.
Showed some power there.
Andrew Young making a great tackle.
Loses a shoe there.
Look inside. Nala meets him in the middle. He manages to sort of squeak by. Doesn't really get any more yards. Andrew Young's there to clean up on the tackle. Much better from the Western Crusaders in the middle of the field.
Jackson back in.
So 3rd and about 5 for the Monash Warriors. They have run the ball on every single play down the field on this drive. Glover in motion. They go to Jackson again. This time he's stopped in the backfield. That's much better from the Western Crusaders. That's the kind of push that we're used to seeing them get.
See the penetration there from number 20, Justice Kintaka. Great name, as we said earlier in the first half. He gets straight into the backfield, hems in Luke Jackson and allows the troops to rally.
But that's the kind of penetration that we're used to seeing from the Western Crusaders. This all GV front 4. If they can get more plays happening like that in the run game, force the Warriors to pass, it changes the whole dynamic of this game.
Well, now we're in 4th and 9, and you know, Nala's got to be licking his chops right now. He's probably one of the best pass rushers in GV history.
And I can testify to that personally. Play action pass.
Bit of a hold there on the right tackle. I think they got away with it.
It's actually a catch out on the right-hand side, number 19. Grant Gunther, Canada as he's more commonly known. Again, play action pass.
Oh, what a hold.
Yeah. Sometimes those are the ones you miss.
Oh, Grantley. He'll be buying everyone a beer at the Comics Lounge tonight.
But it's another first down. Completed pass, first down. They go to the outside again. Nice run. Broken tackle again.
Houston Moama again.
And there's an injured player down, Western Crusader. I think he copped the full force of that Houston Noema run. And he's still down.
Holding number 61. 10-yard penalty at the previous spot. Repeat first down.
Well, they finally got pinged for one.
Not sure who is that. Is that DJ Batilia or whatever? However we say that.
Number 15,
Yeah.
DJ Battistella.
Let's go with Battistella. Yeah.
That's the correct pronunciation. We apologise for.
If that is him down, that's a huge loss.
Well, again, he's been doing it on both sides of the ball, and it hurts. Like, they've already lost Garnham, and we don't know what the story is there. We hope he's okay, and we hope he can return, but that's two very, very important players down with injuries, and that hurts the Western Crusaders.
Yeah, I've had reports coming up that Garnham's actually left the field, Jamie. I don't think he's coming back.
That's a tough break for the Western Crusaders. It looks like he's okay. Gave it the thumbs up to his coaching staff, Battistella. Well, with the holding penalty, it's now 1st and 20 from the Crusaders' 35-yard line. Single back again. Decker out there in the slot. Noama in the backfield.
Oh,
Another run play.
nice tackle. Andrew Young, Chewy as he's known.
He's having quite the game, Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy on your boot for Houston Moama right there.
Oh, that's just some of the smoothest work you're ever going to hear in a commentary box. That is unbelievable. I really don't know how to respond to that, to be honest.
It's interesting to see Houston out there playing running back. You don't see Luke Jackson out of the game very often, ever, during the season.
Again, they've been able to run the ball so effectively with both Moama and Curley that, you know, it's given the opportunity for them to, you know, give Jackson a spell, which later in the game could pay dividends. Dearman changing the play, the line. He's got Glover and Decker in the slot. Another run to the right.
Stacked up.
Moama. The Western Crusaders are starting to play the run a little bit better on this drive, starting to hit their spots.
Something I've noticed, Jamie, is that Mottram is out of left guard. He seems to be sitting on the bench.
Yep.
I'm not sure if he's just blowing wind from a couple of long series, but if he's injured, it is a massive loss for the Warriors' offensive line.
Well, you look at that play in particular, Nala Solani was able to get, again, interior penetration, and that's the key to stopping any run game.
3rd and 15. You've got to think draw or pass here. Jackson back in.
So let's go draw.
I reckon we go draw.
Decker in motion. Play action pass.
Travis, intercepted.
And that's picked off. Harrison Delay, number 10. He's had an outstanding season at cornerback this year, Harrison Delay, and that is a huge play in the context of this game.
Look here, Dom I think he just threw a bad ball. Harrison was with Travis every step. Those are the ones that you wish you could have back as a quarterback.
I've thrown plenty of them, don't worry.
I've thrown a lot too, but you don't want them. There's a big turnover here for the Crusaders. Not great field position, but you'll take it.
Well, again, you're leaning on the side of the perceived dominance so far being with the Monash Warriors, but it's only 14-12. They've turned the ball over a couple of times now, and then the Crusaders now have an opportunity to put a drive together.
Samuel Delay in the backfield, maybe a bit of speed.
Nice, good for about 3 or 4 yards.
Tell you one thing I've noticed, Jamie, is 55 for the Crusaders, the offensive lineman. He seems to be at every single pile.
Yeah.
He is chasing every play right to the final whistle.
And that's what you want in your O-lineman. You see there, he puts Scott Wolf on his backside and probably feeling pretty good about himself considering Scott Wolf's an Australian representative. It's a nice little scalp to get, but the Crusaders O-line is actually one of the better ones in Gridiron Victoria, and a big reason why they're in the Vic Bowl.
It's interesting we haven't seen them go to that spread look with the jet sweep look and the motions so far this game.
Without Garnham, it's hard, that kind of offense is not, like they still have Samuel Delay out there, but as you can see, having the two of them out there, it's a lot more dynamic and a lot more effective. Once again, interior penetration by the Monash Warriors.
Still seeing Nala out there playing tight end. If I'm the Warriors defensive coach, I am not very happy with my offensive coordinator right now. I would say getting him off the field, give him a break, let him make his impact on defense.
Well, it's 3rd and 5 now. Very, very important. It's going 3 and out here, you put your defense straight back out on the field.
This is Cody Heidelberg's time, I reckon.
They go to Sanchez up the middle. It's close. See where they spot it.
One short.
I think we got 4th and 1. And in this situation, there's no choice. You've got to punt it away.
Number 37, Kieran Marini copped a lot of Sanchez in the shoulder then. That would not have been enjoyable.
Is it Barrington back to return? Taylor Barrington back to return for the Monash Warriors.
Looks like there's going to be no return here.
Kick is away.
Oh.
There we go. The Monash Warriors will take over from their own 45-yard line. The score is still 14-12. How long do we have left in the third quarter, Daniel Noonan?
2 minutes 26, Jamie.
Thank you, Daniel.
This game is certainly travelling a lot faster than the first game we
Correct,
had.
yes.
A lot less penalties. Penalties tend to drag a game out.
So we have 1st and 10.
Seagulls
from
are
the Warriors
sweeping it.
45, or from the Warriors 46, I should say. Tosterman brings him to the line. We got Jackson in the backfield.
Watch him back out there.
Glover and Decker both in the slots. Hand off to Jackson.
Oh,
Going nowhere.
Nala.
And there it is. Nala Solani making his impact felt. You could see in the last drive that the Crusaders D-line was starting to get into some rhythm, starting to make some plays, starting to get some penetration.
they're starting to add another guy to the box, Jamie. They've that time number 20 again, Justice Kantaka, comes from covering the slot over Heath Decker. He sends the nickel blitz, the nickel corner blitz, forces Jackson back inside. And there's one man you don't want to run into if you're cutting back inside. It's definitely Nala.
Correct. Well, they have to stop the run, so they have to bring that extra man up. Decker in motion.
Huge
Jackson
hole.
to the left. Great run by Luke Jackson.
Does a really good job there of stretching it to the outside and then hitting the cut back once the outside doesn't present itself. It's hard to teach that vision to a running back. Mottram leaves the field again. It's a huge, huge loss if he can't keep going.
Well, we've got a 3rd and about 2, let's say.
Great play action time right here, Jamie. Take the
Good
shot.
Decker in motion again. No, they give it to him and he'll have the 1st down and more. Great running by Luke Jackson. Once again, brilliantly blocked by the Warriors offensive line.
Another lineman down. That's number 61 for the Monash Warriors. That's Andrew Scher. He's been playing left tackle for them today. If Mottram can't go and Scher can't go, that's a lot of offensive linemen out. Not many teams in GV have more than 7.
That
So
hurts, that hurts. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Number 31 is reporting in as an injury replacement on the offensive line. Number 31 is ineligible.
So Kieran Marini has had to come out and play some offensive line due to these injuries.
he's playing left guard right now.
playing left guard.
If I'm to the Crusaders, Nala is going right there, left guard, testing out Kieran Marini's ability to play offensive line.
And you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Moons. That's exactly where Nala is lining up. They go to the right.
And
with
there he
Curley,
goes.
and he makes the tackle.
Amicable
So-
effort there by Kieran Marini, I will say.
Salooni's starting to get the engine going now. He's starting to pick things up. This is very, very interesting time for the Western Crusaders defense.
If I'm Dom Dearman, I am not calling a pass play anytime in the near future.
All right, got 2nd and about 7. Dearman brings him to the line again. Decker and Glover in the slot positions. Decker in motion. They go again to the left. Curley, and this time met solidly. It was Battistella again with the penetration on the bottom of the pile. He is playing an outstanding football game. Bang, right in the hole. Fantastic, fantastic work from DJ Battistella Jr.
Nala's come off for the third down play. Interesting.
And that is the end of the third quarter.
2 points in it. Jamie going into the fourth. I don't think we could ask for any more.
This game is going along at an epic pace. We've got our resident DJ inside in the room next to us getting really, really excited. He's pumped up for the last quarter.
They say the third quarter is the championship corner, Jamie. I've always thought that that's a bit of a stupid statement. The fourth quarter is definitely where the game is won or lost.
I like to think that all of the quarters are important. I don't really see one being as more important than the other.
I think we saw that in the first game. The fourth quarter was not that important.
No. Well, it's a very interesting game because early on, and for the majority of this football game, the run offense of the Monash Warriors has just been simply unstoppable. But you take a couple of key guys out of that offensive line due to injury, the Western Crusaders defensive line, the best in the league, they start to get their tails up, and you can flip this game on its head because, again, like we said, it's only 14-12. This game is very much in the balance.
Marini's still in there at left guard, and that's got to be a worry for the Warriors sideline.
This is a very important third down. Glover in motion.
Wheel route.
Looks for it. He's got Decker, but I don't think he's got enough to... Oh, and there's a flag down. Nope. Seeing things. I apologise.
Complete a ball there, but really no gain on the play.
It's a good catch by Decker under pressure, but once again, is that... I'm pretty sure that was Battistella again.
Yeah, he's came
he's
down on it.
He is everywhere. Playing a great game for the Western Crusaders.
It's 4th and 3 here. You've got to think they've got to hand the ball to Luke Jackson. Draw play.
Decker and Glover in the slot. Dearman under center. Another draw. Jackson finds the crease and gets through for a first down. That's brilliant running. Just absolutely outstanding running of the football by Luke Jackson.
They had him there in the backfield. Would have turned the ball over. Couldn't see who it was. Number 20 and number 50.
3 tackles he's broken to get that first down. He's just enhancing his already huge reputation as one of the best running backs in the country in this game.
We've got to hope that he finds his way to the Victorian Eagles team going on a trip to later on next year.
I'll be love to hand the ball off to Luke. Do that all game. Just as Dom's doing here with another run to the left-hand side. This time he only gets a couple.
Looks like they didn't give him a yard, Jamie.
No, nothing.
Oh, now they're giving him 2.
Well, it was about time I got one right today. It's been a long one.
Oh, that's an interesting set.
Oh, they've... Yeah.
That's all right, set for a second.
That's okay.
That's a veteran move by Dom.
Nice work. Again, they look.
Oh, he's going to go.
He's going to go.
Oh,
no,
good
great
tackle.
touchdown saving tackle. I think number 43, that was Falada Manosina.
Had the interception earlier in the game.
Yep,
and a touchdown saving tackle.
Now that was huge. You don't know what's going to happen here. If they get a big goal line stand here, that's a touchdown saving tackle and an important touchdown in the last quarter.
Well, you would think they'd go for their power sneak, as we've been referring it to right now.
You can see Glover and Decker all throwing their hands in the air. They thought Jackson was in. That's a fantastic open field tackle. Warriors come to the line again. Jackson in the backfield.
Sneak.
Yeah, the power sneak.
Well stacked up by the
Well
Crusader D-line. Grantley O'Sullivan's now down. He's going to be all right. He's getting up.
So the Western Crusader defensive line, they've played themselves into this game now. And they need... Here is where you really... We're talking about Luke Jackson enhancing his reputation as the best running back in the country. This is where this D-line, this defensive front that's terrorized teams all year, last 2 seasons, can enhance their reputation as the best in GWS.
This is where you just have to get penetration, Jamie. If you can't get penetration, Jackson with the head of steam, he's going to get those 2 yards no matter who's standing in the hole. Bang,
No,
penetration.
beautiful, that's 1. Good job. Number 25, fantastic tackle. Reginald Raquel comes in from the edge, makes a great tackle.
You see in the replay here, Kirimarini's really struggling to hold up. He's been forced into service here on the offensive line.
You can see Heath Decker probably had the block on Raquel, but slipped over on the motion, and Raquel came straight in and made the tackle.
Got to make the plays that present themselves to you, Jamie.
That's it. That's why we're sitting here and they're out there. We didn't do that. We didn't do enough of that this year.
Not enough. Nowhere near enough.
Nowhere near enough. Decker's in motion.
Run again.
They go to Jackson
Stacked it
again.
up. Oh, keeps his feet going. Great
Well
job
done.
to stick with it there by the Crusader defense.
This is huge. This is a huge stand by the Western Crusaders.
If I'm the Warriors offensive coach here, who I don't know who that is, it might even be Dom himself. I'm running that motion play action, hitting Decker in the flat.
When he bounced and he got back to the outside, we thought he might be. That's a fantastic tackle.
55.
Number 55. Unfortunately, he's not on our play sheet, so we can't give him the credit that he truly deserves.
I think it's Andy Talia or
it's
Tuala or something along
Andy
those
Tuala?
lines. Yes, I'm going with that.
Fantastic work.
Huge down here, Jamie. Look for the trip side. Let's look for a flat slant combination here. Oh, timeout.
Oh, Dearman saw something that he did not like. And he got...
Charge timeout, Warriors, they're first.
And that's the experience call of a veteran. You get to the line, it's fourth down, you've got one shot to score here. If you get to the line and you see something you don't like, take a timeout.
Dom's seen this many times in his career. They score here. This game's not over, but it's well on its way to being done. If they can score and get a 2-point conversion, that puts it to 10 points. That's 2 scores.
Because again, how much time do we have, Mr. Noonan?
7 minutes 40, Jamie.
Cool.
Might take this opportunity while we've got a timeout here just to plug the women's and juniors GB seasons once again, starting up in February next year. If you're looking to join the game, most clubs are starting their pre-season in the next couple of weeks. Get in contact. Go to gridironvictoria.com.au and check it out.
It's fantastic development for the Women's League this year, going to 11-a-side for the first time. Can't wait to see what 2017 has in store for the women's of Gridiron Victoria.
Here we are. We've got Alex Glover in the backfield playing fullback here. That's something you don't see very often for the Warriors. Play action.
Oh, he's going to get rid of it.
Oh.
And that's incomplete. That is a fantastic goal line stand by the Western Crusaders. That is huge.
Dom had Heath Decker running wide open on the back of the goal line. They don't have a very good connection this year, only playing together a few times, but Dom could have just seen that. Wide open running along the goal line.
Well, the Western Crusaders take over on offense on their own 4-yard line, 3-yard line. My mistake. Had a few of those today. I do apologise. We'll get better.
What can the Crusader offense muster here? You've got to think...
Charge timeout, Crusaders, they're first.
Got to think DJ Batistella, whatever we're going with.
It's actually not that difficult to pronounce. That's just laziness on my part.
Well, he also joined the season late, coming in halfway through, coming over from playing overseas. So he's joined about halfway through the year, so I haven't had much time to pronounce his name.
Well, we are late in the game, and we did this in the Division 2 Championship. We talked about potential MVPs for this game, because apparently it is up to us.
We got the first one, right?
I found that out after the game. It's like, so who do you think's the MVP? And I was like, oh, we were just, talking just in general terms who we thought, but apparently it is our decision. So obviously from the Monash Warriors, you've got to look at Luke Jackson. He's had an outstanding game. I don't know what his yardage total is, but it's up around 200 for sure.
Yeah, I think for the Crusaders it has to be DJ. He's been everywhere, offense, defense, special teams, wherever you put him, he's doing it.
Having a fantastic game. So you probably, depending on who actually comes out with the win in this game, I think it's a 2-horse race between those two lads.
I'm calling fullback dive here, Jamie. Get some yardage, get it out of the end zone.
Felipe?
Oh, it's got to be.
Ebinger. Warriors show blitz. They go to a onesie.
Onesie. Oh, we got a penalty. That's a high-low.
That's a real shame too, because that was a fantastic run from David Owanzi. Immediately got them out of trouble. But I think it's coming back.
Warrior defense signalling.
Chop block, number 66 and number 55. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal line, first down.
Just a lack of communication there.
That's the second one for the game, and it's become a huge problem. That's really, that hurts.
On an offensive line, mate, you got to talk to the guy next to him and just let him know. whatever you want to say. Comanche, chopping, I'm cutting this guy right here, pointing at his legs, whatever you got to do, you got to let the guy next to you know. Every team has their own way of communicating, and I just like to tell the guy that I'm going to cut him.
No messing around. There's no need for code words or anything like that. Just tell him.
I'm pretty good at it, Jamie. It's one of my better football moves.
You're good at football moves? You
No.
have football moves?
No, I don't.
When did this happen?
Completely made it up.
Anyway, Western Crusaders. First and about 11 from their own 1.5 yard line.
Same play.
Good job.
Noticing here the Warrior D-backs are well off. Could be a time to just run a quick little hitch, gain a little bit of yardage, get yourself into a third and manageable or second and manageable. Third and manageable it would be.
Well, the Western Crusaders wide receivers have speed in bunches, and if you've done it in this situation, it's the safe thing to play off. But yeah, you're right. If you can move the ball down the field, there's still plenty of time. Those short routes are still definitely very much viable.
Sometimes when you're backed up in your own end zone, it's the best time to get a big play. You just got to have the courage to call it.
So we've got second and about 9. We're at the 4 yard line. Ebinger under center. Drops back to pass. And you've picked a few today, Noons. I will give you the credit. You've called some out, and that was exactly what happened there. They ran the hitch route, the short one looking for it. I think
he just got a bit of late pressure.
Oscar Cinzero's got his hand on this maybe. No, actually, I think it just came out a little bit funny. And again, number 92, Jonathan Leader in the backfield, creating pressure, interior pressure.
Getting it up the middle, it's where you don't like it as a quarterback. Huge down here, Jamie. Huge down. Crusaders can get the first down, get it out of the shadow of their own goal line. That would be really important for their defense.
Important third down here. You don't want to be punting this deep either, because that's fraught with danger as well. Delay in motion. The orbit lead play. Cinceros comes up and makes a huge
flag
play.
Down on the far sideline. It's thrown on the snap. Could be lined up in the neutral zone or something like that.
Oscar Cinceros looks like he actually got hurt on this play. I think he might have copped one to the head. He's getting up. He looks like he's okay. He's done.
Yeah, you've got to get him off the field. Concussion protocol has to exist in this sport.
Yep. He...
Put a fork in him, Jamie. He is done.
Yeah. It's very important that we look after our players, especially with head injuries like this. Yeah, I think he caught Delight's hip on the tackle, and I think all it takes is he sort of...
We have an illegal formation offence, 5 in the backfield. That penalty is declined, result of play, 4th down.
So 4th down for the Crusaders, and they'll be forced to punt. But yeah, just getting back to Oscar's head injury there. It's very important that we do the right thing and make sure that he goes off and gets the attention that he needs.
It's really got to be out of the club's hands if he's the only guy they've got to play that position. Like someone saw earlier in the year that sometimes the clubs wanted to get a guy back out on the field, and you've really got to have someone on the sideline just say no, you're not right, and keep them off.
Which situation are you referring to, Dan?
I don't want to name names, Jamie, but it might have been you. Crusaders shaping to go for it here. This is a huge call.
This is interesting. No, I think, look, maybe... Oh, no, well, they're not in position for a hard count. Drops back to pass.
Well, gives up the safety.
Okay.
I guess they figure they can flip the field position battle here. There's still only one score down.
So there's only one score down. They only drop 2 points. They give up possession, but it's the same as punting. Yeah, there's a method to that madness. I can understand it.
There is a method to it, but...
James clearly disagrees sitting next to me, but...
You tell the quarterback there, surely, drop back, stand in your end zone, and try and throw the ball deep. If there's nobody there or it's all covered, then you take the sack. You don't just walk out the back of the end zone, I don't think. I think, if I was a player, I would be less than impressed.
I don't know. Like, this could work out.
It flips the field position, no doubt. And it doesn't take it out of a touchdown game. So I completely understand where it's coming from.
Within 6.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've actually do have a fairly effective field goal unit. They have kicked field goals through the year. That is now gone. That is done. You cannot kick a field goal to win this game. You must score a touchdown.
Punts away from number 9, Clinton Downing.
Free kick out of bounds.
That's a flag. Now it becomes a different story entirely because of the illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure, kick-off out of bounds. That's a 5-yard penalty at the out-of-bounds spot, first down.
You've got to think here, if you punted it from the 6-yard line where they were, it would probably be about...
You're probably in the same spot,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're 2 points better off.
Correction, the receiving team will take the ball 30 yards from where it was kicked, first down.
5.5 minutes here, Jamie. If they get a couple of first downs, it's going to make it very difficult for the Crusader offense.
And then they're forced into a must-pass situation.
Must pass, and that's not where their strength lies.
They go to Jackson again, the left side. Pushes forward, another 5 yards.
That's all you got to do. Do that twice in a row, first down. Keep going, work the clock. If you do give it back to them, make sure you give it back with the least amount of time on the clock as possible. I think that call will be talked about for a long time in GV, Jamie.
Well, it's an interesting call, but I can understand the logic behind it. Second down again, go to Jackson, up the middle.
Looks like he's going to be 1 yard short.
It's about 3rd and half a yard, I think, there.
Mottram back in at left guard. See the difference it makes straight away. Couldn't run the ball 1 series ago. 2 players with Mottram, 2 good gains.
Well, from a clock killing standpoint, this is, first down here. Keeps that clock moving.
Exactly what you want as the Warriors offense, or the Warriors whole team, really.
Very important play, because this is 4th down territory for the Warriors.
QB
anyway.
sneak here, Jamie, first down.
Nope. They go to Jackson. He stood up, but he's got enough for the first, I believe.
I think that was number 50, Zechariah, making a heads-up tackle there.
Again, cannot speak highly enough of this Monash Warriors offensive line. They have done an outstanding job in the run game today.
It's just knowing what you've got to do too. Luke Jackson there knows 1 yard first down. Doesn't dance around in the backfield. He gets 1 yard, puts his head down and gets the 1 yard. How brave are you here, Jamie? Do you think you take a deep shot? Put the game out of reach?
No, no. You play to win the game, Noons. Jackson to the outside. Another 5-6 yard gain. And that's the thing, if you can continue to get runs on first down like that, you don't need to take a shot down the field. You don't need to play. And again, I go back to what I was saying earlier about the low risk, high percentage football that they play. They don't need to do anything silly.
I don't think it's silly, Jamie. I think it's aggressive. You have seen, though, during the game, the passing game has been a little off for the Warriors. Haven't had many completions.
Well, the weather played a part in that early. Since then, the rain's actually held off. And the radar that we were looking at before, it looked quite terrible.
QB sneak.
Oh, fumble. He's back on it. It'll be 3rd and 5. They were looking for that power sneak again. That wedge sneak. Dom's back on the ball. 3rd and 5.
We really are the two biggest proponents of the QB sneak in GV, I think, Jamie.
Well, I like to think that we popularised it.
If we didn't popularise it, we certainly made it cool.
Yeah.
Another player down. Got to hope it's not an offensive lineman for the Warriors.
I think it is.
I can't see the number. I think that might be Luke Jackson.
No, it's not Luke. Yeah, number 72. Christopher Carroll.
Number 31 is reporting on into the interior line as an ineligible lineman.
Here we go. Marini's back.
Kieran Marini comes out to pinch hit again on the offensive line.
Let's see if they line up Nala straight over the top of him again.
There's a bit of a chant happening on one of the sidelines at the moment. I'm enjoying the singing. It's good.
This is a soccer pitch after all. Maybe a couple of flares after the game. Don't want to condone that.
Again, we're in four down territory for the Warriors in this part of the field, so the full playbook is still open.
Oh, it's definitely 2 downs.
Yeah.
Definitely 2 downs. This is where you take the shot, Jamie. This is where you take the shot. Look at everyone pressed up to the line of scrimmage. No one deep over the middle of the field. When you've got deep threats all over the field with Decker, Glover, Burke, you just got to take a shot. You don't get these guys over from America to play to not use them in key downs like this.
They run. Jackson to the left-hand side, and it's stopped. 4th down. And here we go. And with the time on the clock reading what, Mr. Noonan?
2:15 and counting. I'm not sure how many timeouts the Crusaders have left, but they might have wanted to use one.
And I think they just did.
Charge timeout, Crusaders. That is their second.
If you're going to call that timeout, Jamie, you say 15 seconds and call it at the end of the play, I would think.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
The Warriors are punting here. I don't think I've seen them punt many times in my history in GP. They tend to be very aggressive. This would definitely be their first punt today. Nope, sending the punter away. Offense stays on the field.
Offense is on the field, so here we go.
This is the ball game.
This is essentially the ball game. It's been a fantastic Vic Ball 32 so far, I've got to say. This has been a really tight contest from go to woe.
I think they... Kieran Marini on the left, you think they go right here.
You calling it?
Draw.
No, draw play again.
Oh,
Jackson,
Nala.
great work.
Oh, Nala
That
and
is huge.
Zechariah.
Now we've got 2 minutes.
What can the Crusader offense do here? This is exactly what you want in a ball game.
Ebinger, here we go. This is your time to shine, man.
Got married yesterday, wins a Vic Bowl today. Could it be? Could it be? That would be...
As far as weekends go, that's pretty up there, yeah?
I think it's probably the best weekend you could have.
Yeah.
I'm not married yet, so I'm not too sure, but...
Well, James has got a wedding ring on. You can ask him.
He's saying yes. I think his wife might be here.
And even if she wasn't, word would get back. Yeah.
What can we do here? Who have they got out there? Who can make the big play?
Well, it's 4 wide. It's receivers. Yep.
So where you really miss Tyson Garnham.
They got it off. Ebinger to the
Get
outside.
out of bounds. Got to get out of bounds, buddy.
There we go. Nice.
First down, out of bounds. That's
Perfect.
exactly what you want.
That's exactly. It's a smart play call. Perfect.
I've called him short of the first down line. Rough spot.
Under pressure too. Nice throw.
Good catch. Everything. Must have stepped out of bounds just short. Oh, that's a tough spot. Number 7 here, the American Cody Heidebrecht. He's the warrior to watch.
He's got to be at 10 off.
Run. Big call. Get out of bounds now.
Batistella again to the outside. Gets out of bounds.
Ooh, I'll nearly throw a late hit there.
Again, smart play call. 2nd and short. The clock stopped. You've got the full playbook.
Yeah, well,
Excellent work.
you know if you get the first down there, the clock stops anyway. So if you get out of bounds or the clock stops, you're doing all right. If you're going to run, that's the time to run. And why not put it in DJ's hands? He's been killing it all game. Great block there by number 11.
Samuel Delay. Excellent block.
Bit of confusion in the Warriors
Here we
there.
go. They got a trips bunch out here on the left.
Quick pitch.
Stack.
Stack.
Stopped in the backfield.
Carlos Cineros. That's an interesting call. Run the ball there. They're taking a lot of time. Tosterman on the D-line too. The Warriors are putting out the big guns. They know the game's on the line.
Charge timeout Crusaders. That is their third and final timeout.
So they used their last timeout. It's now 2nd and 14.
It's interesting, Jamie. You really hope for your 3 timeouts when you get to that last series. I'm not sure when they used the first one, but having to use that one there, it's interesting. Makes the run play call even more interesting.
I'm enjoying the crowd involvement.
Loving the crowd.
Getting around it. It's fantastic. This is a really good atmosphere at Vic Bowl 32. Some of the best atmosphere I've seen in recent memory here at beautiful Lakeside Stadium here in Albert Park. Despite the weather, we've got a fantastic crowd and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Who's going to be the playmaker here for the Crew? Who can they get to make a play for them?
Well,
Jay?
obviously, DJ's been in fantastic form and you look to sort of go to him. But again, this is really not having Tyson Garnham out there really hurts them in this situation.
Warriors are off coverage, playing well off.
But they're playing press up against the stack, which is a good strategy.
Three-man
Ebinger back
rush.
to throw.
Ebinger going deep. Batted
Knocked
down.
away.
Beatles.
Excellent defensive coverage.
Here we go, third down. He looked there to Caleb Morgan. A receiver coming up from the junior program from the Crew. Spent some time over playing high school at Layton Christian Academy in Utah.
Uh-huh.
There's a bit of background knowledge for you, Jamie. I did some research. How about you?
I like that. That's
Yeah.
good. I've been dropping some research today. A onesie in the backfield. Edinger in the shotgun.
Switches him.
3 receivers to the right-hand side.
High-low there again, I reckon. Face. There's something there
Well,
on
it's
Cody.
interesting. They've thrown the flag at the spot.
Chop block, number 8 and 78. 15-yard penalty, repeat third down.
So that is the third high-low that the Western Crusaders have committed in this game, and it has cost them big time.
That was on Cody Heidelberg there, the guy we said will make the play on this series. You get these guys over from America, you hope they make the big plays in the big situations, and he's forced an error there on the Crusaders. That has really backed him up, Jamie.
Yeah, that hurts. Because it was a good-looking drive. The Crusaders were moving the ball. They were doing really well.
Interesting choice by a onesie then. The right tackle there had a pretty good block on Cody, and he just comes in and cuts him for no apparent reason.
Up until that point, Ebinger was looking very comfortable in driving the team down the field. That's a huge penalty.
Yeah, it's puts him in a really tough position here. You've got to think they've just got to try and get something that gets them 20 yards or so and gives them a 4th and manageable. Pass interference is the worst thing you can have here on defense.
Warriors show blitz, back out.
3-man rush.
Ebinger back to throw. Gets it away, pass incomplete.
Cody Heidelberg again had the pressure.
It came right off the edge, beat the double team. That's fantastic work from Cody Heidenbrecht.
If you're playing tackle there, you've got to know the running back has help on the outside. You've got to take a harder inside step there and not let him to beat you inside.
Agreed. Last chance saloon here for the Western Crusaders. 4th down.
This is the ball game, as they say.
Time check, Mr. Noonan.
1 minute 16, Jamie.
Thank you. Edinburgh in the shotgun. Back to throw.
Throws deep.
Down the left-hand side. And that is intercepted.
He could have batted that down and got better field position for his team there, but it doesn't really matter in the end.
Again, the Crusaders are out of timeouts. All the Warriors really need to do now is kneel this game out, and they are the champions in 2016, Vic Bowl 32.
We'll have two kneels here, and that'll be the game. Hang around if you're heading for this. I see a lot of people heading for the road already. Hang around for the All-Victorian team nominations, the league awards, and the trophy presentation.
Well, the end of this game is now a formality. We're talking about MVPs. The Warriors are going to come away with victory here.
Jackson.
I
Has
think
to be
it
Jackson.
starts and ends in Luke Jackson. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Jamie is a man who's lost a lot of Vic Bowls myself. I can tell you the Crusaders sideline will not be in a great place right now.
Yeah, it's not. It's a pretty low feeling. And the Crusaders have had a fantastic season. They earned the right to be here. They've been, you know, a top team all year. Unfortunately, in games like these, there has to be a loser, and they've come out on the short end of the stick today. But I still, you know, it'll hurt today. It'll hurt next week. But they'll look back on this in the cold light of day and go, you know, we had a crack. We were up there. But unfortunately, on the day, they were beaten by just an outstanding football club in the Monash Warriors.
Yeah. The Monash Warriors, they have their turnover every year. They get players in and out, but they seem to just keep on winning.
Well, this is their 11th championship victory in 18 seasons since the year 2000. That's just an incredible record, and there's a lot of things that go into that, into making a club that successful. So congratulations to the Monash Warriors, your Vic Bowl 32 champions for 2016. It's been a pleasure bringing you the game today. On behalf of Daniel Noonan, James Arthur, we'd like to thank you for coming out to Lakeside Stadium today and getting 2 great games of football. We hope to see you again down at the women's and junior season, which is to kick off in February 2017. For all information on football here in Victoria, go to www.gridironvictoria.com.au. And again, thank you. Take it easy.
Hello. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a sensational match. Went all the way to the wire. Commiserations to the Western Crusaders. Had a fantastic season. Proved their mettle all the way to the end. But the dynasty couldn't be denied. Congratulations once again to the Monash Warriors 2016 champions. We're going to run through the league awards very, very quickly to get everyone out of the rain. And then we'll present the Warriors with their victorious Vic Bowl medallions. We'll kick things off with the 2016 Rookie of the Year. And it's from the Croydon Rangers, John Tanavaza. There should be a Croydon Ranger here to accept that award. The defensive line MVP for 2016 from the Monash Warriors, Johnny Liotta. Johnny Liotta. Johnny Liotta. Give it up for the 2016 defensive line MVP. And the 2016 offensive line MVP, also from the Warriors, John Tostovan. And the offensive most valuable player for 2016 for Gridiron Victoria, from the Monash Warriors, Luke Jackson. And the 2016 defensive most valuable player from the Croydon Rangers, Mark Doyle. He's here somewhere. He's probably getting a beer. That's cool. And finally, the most valuable player of 2016 for Gridiron Victoria, again from the Monash Warriors, Luke Jackson. Indeed. And finally, we'd just like to acknowledge the Coach of the Year, as voted by all the coaches, for 2016 from the Geelong Buccaneers, Brendan Bowe. And his quarterback will be happy to accept that on his behalf and have no speech. And finally, we'd like to acknowledge the Official of the Year, as voted by the coaches, goes to Paul Mercer from the VGOA. Once again, congratulations, Paul. Have you got the program? Thanks, mate. All right. And we'd just like Craig Wilson from the Western Crusaders to come up and say a few words.
Okay, fantastic game, guys. I think, look, it was absolutely outstanding. Warriors, you put on a fantastic season, untouched, and credit to you guys. It was just a classy season, I suppose. Really proud of the crew. I mean, we improved all the way through the season, which was fantastic. Very, very close game today. And, but for a couple of things here and there, the result could have gone our way. So it just puts fire in your belly, and away you go. But just want to congratulate both groups of players. I thought it was an outstanding game. It was a brilliant Vic Bowl. We had a great crowd. I really want to thank GV for putting on this sort of facility. It's absolutely fantastic, and great season. So congrats to everyone.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Craig. Fantastic. Now let's call up the head coach of the victorious Monash Warriors, Ralph Madger, to say a few words.
Well, I'd just like to thank everybody in the crowd who came out today to watch everyone. I'd like to thank the crew. I'd like to thank the crew as well, who gave us a great game, but we knew it would be. Yeah, and that's what a Vic Bowl's meant to be like. Yeah. So also like to thank all the guys on the Warriors who are working so hard this year. And finally, it paid off in the end. It could have gone either way. Thank you very much for coming out to see us, and thanks, guys, and thanks, Gridiron Victoria, for all the work they've done this year.
Thanks, Ralph. Congratulations again. And before I forget, I'd like to call up Ken Harry, President of the Victorian Gridiron Officials Association, to present the best and fairest player as voted by the VGOA.
Thank you very much. Thank you again, Sam. Once again, it was a terrific day except for the rain. The Best and Fairest Award in Division 1 is voted by the officials, and I'll just read out the place getters. Third place players from the Croydon Rangers, Nathan Rhodes, and Takeo Tanaka Kino from the Monash, Melbourne Uni. Second place was Ty Henry from the Southeast Predators. And the winner, this person, he got voting in all the games that he played. He only missed out by 2 points of getting a perfect score of 28. And that person, Luke Jackson.
Bad game there somewhere.
Well done, mate. Yeah. That's yours. Don't go away, don't go away. And as I did with the Division 2 Best and Fairest Player, which once again was an initiative of mine, I made this one up, award up for Luke, that he can keep for his life. He only keeps that for 12 months until he wins it again. But this one, he's got it for life.
Thank you.
There you go, buddy. Well done. Before I finish and give it back to Sam, we left a whole lot of flyers over at the kiosk for officials. There's none left, so you people must be interested. If you are, there's an email address there. Get in touch with our recruitment officer. And once again to the clubs, the VGOA is getting off their arse and we're recruiting. Thank you very much. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Ken. Eloquent as always. Fantastic. We'll see you there. All right, let's wrap this up. We'd now like to present the Most Valuable Player Award for the 2016 VIC Bowl. And yeah, it's Luke Jackson from the Monash Warriors. We'd now like to present the medallions for the victorious players. I'll just read out in numerical order. Number 1, Ben Curley. Number 2, Oscar Cisneros. Number 3, Mark Sui. Number 4, Heath Decker. Number 5, Travis Denise. One of these years I'll get it. Number 6, Justin Hogan. Number 7, Cody Heidebrecht. Number 10, Taylor Barrington. Number 11, John Warren. Number 12, Courtney King Yu. Number 15, Dom Dearman. Number 16, Houston Nima. Number 18, Peter Brewer. Number 19, Grant Gunther. Number 20, Carlos Cisneros. Number 24, Brian Burke. Number 25, Robert Bettles. Number 26, Luke Jackson. Number 28, Peter Richardson. Richo. Number 29, Richard Truong. Number 31, Kieran Marini. Number 32, Tobias Brush-Domansky. Number 34, Andrew Sanders. Number 37, Callum Marini. Number 45, Jake Hughes. Number 46, Mark Kazas. Number 47, Scott Wolf. Number 51, Joel Fitzsimmons. Number 53, Patrick Mottram. Number 54, Aaron Marua. Number 59, Ryan McQueen. Number 61, Andrew Sher. It's in numerical order, I mean, yeah. Number 66, Jose Solizano. Number 69, Grantley O'Sullivan. Number 71, John Tostovan. Number 72, Christopher Corolli. Number 78, Liam Foster. Yeah, I know. Number 82, Alex Glover. Number 88, Martin Moran. Number 92, Jonathan Leader. And our unbelievably humble apologies to Brian Afoa. We're one medal short. Oh, we didn't have that in the list either. We'll get your medals as soon as possible, guys. I do apologise. Yeah. Sorry, guys. We now let's call back Ralph, the head coach, and the captain of the Monash Warriors. Who's the captain? Dom? And Ralph? Congratulations, mate. You can present away. You don't want to hand over? Yep. The Monash Warriors, 2016 champions. Thanks, man. Outstanding. Cheers. Well done. Thanks to everyone for coming out and supporting Victorian Gridiron. Great to see a big crowd. Thanks for braving the rain. Congratulations, Monash Warriors.